So it's like 10 years ago, I was at the Paddy's Day parade, ends up in a brawl, and all of a sudden I'm on TV, right? Mm-hmm. That interview, I never said shit, but statute of limitations is up. I'm going to tell you what the fuck happened. That interview, first of all, is the next day. That interview by Dick Tracy there in his pork pie hat, in his trench coat. Like,
oh, be nice.
Fuck that. Fuck that guy, because he knows what went on. Trying to get some ratings because bottom of the barrel. I never said shit. But that day, that's Monday. And that's the day, right there, that's lunch break at federal court. Kwame Kilpatrick has just been convicted on a raft of charges. He gets to go away for lunch, come back, and then get sentenced to 28 years in prison. And that guy's coming around asking me, well, there's a little urination maybe? There was a, right?
It should be flattered. It's good. They wanted you to lead.
You were the goodwill piece, since the bad news of the, mayor getting convicted. You were the goodwill.
Take advantage of the opportunity. It's like, hey, there's Charlie LeDuff. We got to grab him while we see him.
Yeah, like, holy shit. That was the one and only time in my television career that I wore makeup. I showed up to work and the boss goes, holy shit, Mike, because there's no skin on my nose, and
Why, Charlie? What happened?
Because I got my face ground into the gravels. What happened? So that's ridiculous. So here's the deal. Should I do what comes out on the news first, and then what happened, or what happened?
Yes, the news, and then what happened.
All right. So the news is like some meathead calls Fox 2 and says, I'm pissing everywhere. And then I bit him like I'm some rabid baboon walking around, flapping his dick around and biting people. I mean, that's how they made it to be. But that's ridiculous. What happened was my brother had lost his job.
Is that okay?
I had just gotten back in town on a job, and he called me up, and I go, let's go to the Paddy's Day parade and get a drink, bro. So we do, and yeah, we have a lot of them. And we're walking up and down to burn it off, and a meaty, bald-headed, I think he was a fireman, says, come on into the party. It's a party, it's like judges and prosecutors and firemen and cops, it's a yearly thing, I don't know. And we sit down, and they give us a whiskey and a Guinness, never forget it, sitting in a chair. And people are coming around, because at this time we're popping on Fox 2, and it's important to say, at this point, I got a book on the bestseller list called Detroit. And I'm talking, and a couple of female cops sit down, and they ask me, hey, listen, the chief was fucking a subordinate, and the assistant chief was also fucking the subordinate. Remember all that drama?
Yes, I do.
I put it all on TV, and the subordinate, she kept the rubber and everything in the freezer. Ugh. I know, this town is
weird.
That's a Detroit version of Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, my God. That's a Detroit version of Monica Conyers. I'm sitting there, and the women go, well, what do you make of that? What does that say about all the women who work this really tough job? I mean, what does it say about our statue? And in a sober moment, I would have said something like, well, it's unfortunate that, you dedicate yourself to a career, you serve the public, and shenanigans like this from the top down, make you all seem suspect, like it demeans the difficult position, because, right?
But you weren't sober.
No, and I said something like this. You're all whores. Something stupid, right? Big deal.
It happens.
Liquor talking.
Well, everybody was liquored up. And then, out of nowhere, I told the truth. I don't know whose party it was. I don't want to know. I don't know who the fuck crashed me at that point, because I wasn't looking. I was sitting in a chair, and I remember somebody just unloading right here, right across my face, right across my orbital. Knocked me out of the chair. Next thing you know, someone's on top of me, choking me like a chokehold. I'm getting kicked in the ribs. My brother, the guy that said I bit him, right? Mm-hmm. He lays my brother out. Turns out later that I find the next day that these were cops, off-duty cops. They beat the fuck. Strangulation marks. Okay, so there was film. I saw the film, and I asked my lawyer, you want the film? He goes, don't fuck with the film. Don't fuck with the film. So this guy, Bill Proctor, right, gets wind of this shit. You must have known what it was. I went to the emergency room. Get the checkup, get the photographs. No, man, no. And Proctor must have known, because where's he getting the tip? You must have known what it was. And I was told later that people were filming it. I remember the light of a camera as I'm starting to black out. I can't get up. And I just remember, and I'm thinking, I'm going to fucking die.